All right, well, thank you guys for joining us for another short Health Truth Live video. We're glad to have you back with us. Got an interesting one today, a study that came out in the news.
Fasting causes heart attacks? Are you kidding me?
Intermittent fasting can kill you.
Oh my gosh, I'm shocked.
Kill you until you die from it.
Jeez, can you believe this is all over the news? I mean,
it's crazy.
It's
crazy.
Almost comical. It really is. And so, tell me what you got.
So we're talking about a study published by the American Heart Association, just came out.
Not published yet, but the abstract has been out there.
Yes, put out by the American Heart Association, sorry. It just came out and is all over the news and in social media, claiming intermittent fasting is not healthy, it's even potentially dangerous. That it's a study of over 20,000 adults, and it claims that those who followed an 8-hour time-restricted eating schedule, a type of intermittent fasting, had a 91% higher risk of death from cardiovascular disease.
So interesting. Very interesting to point out, though. This is back studying, it's an epidemiological observational study.
Okay.
So this is the lowest kind of powered type study. Whenever you look at observation and epidemiological, again, they're also answering a questionnaire and having to self-report how they ate at certain points. They didn't control this study for anything with respect to what they were eating, the type of diseases they have, what kind of deaths happened with either group. So we don't know any of that information. We also, the study has not been published. It's not peer-reviewed, and it's not published in a scientific journal. Yet they're putting it out there in the mainstream news from the American Heart Association. It's shocking. So, I've got here an umbrella study, which is a total of 11 meta-analysis with over 100 or 130 randomized controlled trials that showed 28 statistically significant association of benefits with respect to intermittent fasting and body weight, body mass index, fat mass, total cholesterol, LDL, triglycerides, fasting blood sugar, fasting insulin, blood pressure, which are all known to be associated with risks of heart disease and heart attacks. And this is one of the more powerful type studies. It's got fewer people in it, but it's powered to the point where there is statistical significance in this randomized controlled trial group of meta-analyses that is showing all these benefits. So the point is I think the jury is still out. I actually think intermittent fasting is very beneficial. I've seen it benefit myself and others, and have heard about numerous benefits and many others. And there's so little we know about this article that's out, or this information that, again, is not yet published in a peer-reviewed journal. Crazy.
It is crazy. So, I mean, we always have to take everything with a grain of salt.
Definitely.
And that's our point in kind of talking about this, exposing this.
They also don't talk about what these people were eating.
There's so many things they left out.
If the people that were eating over 12 hours were eating, let's say, grass-fed beef, organic chicken, vegetables, fruits, and the people that were eating over 8 hours are maybe eating M&Ms, beer, and fried chicken. I mean, we have no clue. We don't know that information. Put it out there. I'd love to see it.
That's kind of important, though. Like with these types of studies,
but it's out in the news. It's all over Good Morning America. It's all over CNN and. Oh my goodness.
So many people are watching this and seeing it, they're thinking, oh my gosh. Like,
I gotta stop.
Like,
and you even mentioned people have to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and eat a bowl of cereal.
Set my alarm so I can eat so I don't have a heart attack.
And then 5 o'clock to eat another bowl of cereal to spike my blood sugar, my insulin.
It's like they're trying.
That's smart.
Like they're trying to cause panic and fear.
Maybe could the food industry be playing a role in funding some of this? I mean, what's going on here?
I know.
So tell us who funds the American Heart Association.
Oh, this is crazy. I mean, they say on their website that they're predominantly private or public funded by donors. And you try to research those donors, and it's pretty hard to find.
You don't see them.
You don't.
Interesting.
Yes, exactly. You don't see them. But they did. If you do a little bit of digging, you can find the corporations that are donating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're giving millions of dollars.
Millions.
And they'll tell you that it's a small percentage of the money.
Love to hear who those are.
But we have AstraZeneca, Bayer Healthcare Pharmaceuticals, Pfizer. I mean, this list has probably Johnson & Johnson. It's got probably 20 to 30 different pharmaceutical drug companies that we've heard in the news a lot lately for quite a few things.
And medications are wonderful. There needs to be, and there's a blessing of medications.
Yeah.
There also, I believe, has to be a balance where you have medications and lifestyle approaches and recognize that not everything should or could be medicated, and many other ways can be utilized to benefit patients.
Yeah.
So
these companies, these corporations are helping fund the AHA, and it's funding and helping pay to do these types of studies.
Potentially so. I'm not sure if they mentioned who funded this study of the, again, that has not been published. I don't know that information.
Yeah.
I know it's, mentioned here that obviously it's from a questionnaire from the National Health and Exercise Examination Survey, based on their food recollection, but I don't have that information on exactly other things on that.
So this is interesting though to me. The AHA is putting out studies like this that are confusing, not full truths. We're not getting a lot of the story, misleading, misguiding people potentially.
Potentially.
And then you've told me about this study before, but there was a 2019 study conducted by Harvard School of Public Health. The researchers calculated that men able to do more than 40 push-ups had a 90% reduced risk of CVD, cardiovascular disease, events compared with those who were able to do less than 10 push-ups.
Wow.
So wouldn't you think that the American Heart Association would be putting out studies like this?
Push-ups.
Do push-ups. Just do push-ups.
That's right, man.
But are these other companies and big businesses going to be affected if they're telling people to just do...
Who makes money off of push-ups? Yeah. So you let us know in the comments below. Anyway, we want to put that out there again. Who knows what ends up coming to I guess fruition with this study that we hear about is out there. But I think it's just a little bit short change, or we're getting a short little bit of information on this, and I believe we're being shortchanged on this. That once more information comes out, potentially we can look at it in more detail and find out a way to provide more information with respect to what took place to have these findings show up. Very interesting.
It is.
As always, though, encourage for you to eat a nutrient-dense, calorie, I would say, moderate diet. You don't want to overdo your calories. Calorie restriction can lead to weight loss. There's also evidence that some gentle calorie restriction leads to longevity. I do believe there is benefits in fasting, spiritually, physically, metabolically. That's long fast and or intermittent fasting. I think there's evidence to show that, both anecdotal and experimental. But as always, eat as whole foods as you can. Try and limit your alcohol, limit and moderate your caffeine, get out in the sun, exercise, good vibes, be in relationship and in community with others. And so these are just some basics, but thank you guys for listening, and we appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care.
God bless.